Hello, so in this lecture, we're going to study about the algebra of limits. Suppose we have two functions, f of x and g of x. The limit of f of x at a is L and the limit of g of x at a is M. And both L and M exist, then rule number one. So suppose its limit extends to a and its sum of two functions f of x plus g of x. Then according to the rule, we can write separately or individually x tends to a f of x plus limit x tends to a g of x. So we can individually find their limits and add them. So since we know it, their limits are L and M, so it's going to be L plus M. Similarly, if it is the difference of two functions f of x minus g of x, then we can individually find the limit of both the functions and then we can subtract them, or we can write L minus M. Suppose the limit x tends to a is a product of two functions f of x and g of x. So according to the rule, we can write them limit x tends to a f of x multiplied by limit x tends to a g of x. So first we can find the limit and then we can multiply. So it's Lm. And similarly, if the functions are in the quotient form, which is f of x over g of x, then it's going to be limit x tends to a f of x divided by limit x tends to a g of x, which is going to be L by M. And in case if there is a constant k times f of x, that's equal to k times limit x tends to a f of x. So we can uh, only find f of limit of f of x and then we can multiply to k, where obviously k is a constant. If the g of x is the power of f of x, it means if it is f of x to the power of g of x, then according to the rule we can write limit of x tends to a f of x and to the power of limit x tends to a g of x. If its limit x tends to a log f of x, then we can write it log. So first we can find the limit and then we can put the log. And that can be log L. Here we can write it is L to the power of M. Or if this is limit x tends to a, this is e to the power of f of x. So that's equal to e to the power of limit x tends to a f of x, which is e to the power L. So these are the rules of algebra of limits. We can again revise. So if the limit is in form of sum of two function, then we can first individually find the limit of both the function and we can add. Similarly, in difference, we can individually find the limit of both the function and then we can subtract, and we can multiply and divide after finding individually their limits. Okay, so this is the rules of these are the rules of algebra of limits.